AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Duets After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Duets After Show.
Bing is for doing, and what are we doing? We're doing another after show for AfterBuzz TV. I'm JC, bringing you Duets Season 1, Episode 3, Songs That Inspire. Now, I can't just do this show by myself, so that's why we have a ridiculously awesome cast today. Joining me to my right, you may have seen this girl on The Voice, and now we have her here in studio tonight as she plays around with her headset. It is Winter Ray. Give it up for Winter Ray. Put our hands together.
Ow!
Yes.
Oh.
We've got built-in applause, yes.
That's awesome.
So you don't
And
have to.
also joining us, our musician twins, the Macedo twins, Michelle and Melissa Macedo. Thank you for coming.
Back in
Yes,
action.
Thank you.
And our own Hollywood insider, our duets infotainment girl, we have.
Today, reporting live from Singapore.
There we go. That's right. We've got Stephanie Wenger. Give it up for Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. And of course, our guy running the ones and twos, Mr. Phil Svitek. What's going on, Phil? How are you, buddy?
Welcome, welcome.
Nice. But our show wouldn't be complete. Yes, we've been queuing this all up. And if you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com, that's great and awesome. Chat roll, what's up, guys? But if you're listening to us, make sure you listen to us on iTunes. Comment and subscribe. Clickety-clack that subscribe button. It keeps the lights on, and it tells us you care. So, we have a guest on the phone tonight, and he's from the show. He's from Duets himself, Mr. Johnny Gray. What's up, Johnny? How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's happening? I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're fantastic.
Good.
We got a lot of show to cover tonight, and I just want to throw it out there quickly. Your thoughts. What did you guys think overall for the show tonight?
What were your thoughts, Johnny?
Johnny wants he wants to chime in already.
Now, let me see. The overall, the show was great. J. Rome, he brought it. Like I, sitting with J. Rome and, in the room with him, listening to him sing personally, everybody on the show is great. So J. Rome, he has that natural voice. Now, the one I think to look out for is Jason. Now, Jason, if he just, get out of his head and sing, this boy can actually sing. But really, John is a beast, you know what I'm saying, being a worship leader and what he's, what his background is from gospel. So, he has a strong, both of those are from the same state. They come from the same background, so together they're going to be a powerhouse. But, I'm still rooting for my team, John, John Legend mentored me, and it was great to sing with him, so I'm still rooting for Team John no matter what, you dig?
Excellent.
That's
Yeah,
awesome,
and we'll
yeah.
get into that as the show progresses, of course. So, Winter, what'd you think overall?
Overall, I really dig the show. I think I like the premise. I do feel that I guess I was expecting more of a competition factor. Like we were talking about this earlier. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's geared toward, but it would be a kind of nice if it was. I think just a little bit more. I mean, you know what I mean?
So you're saying The Voice was even more competitive than this?
Well, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Because they pin each other. They pin
Exactly.
it's the teams are like. I mean, that's the thing, and it's just obviously. I think that Jennifer's team she knows how to pick them. The talents that she
does.
Wow.
You know what? I think that her main goal, or the way she chooses it, is based off her instinct, or when she cries.
Yeah.
Is when she chooses
She's a
it.
crier.
She's definitely a crier.
Yeah.
That works.
What do you think, Stephanie? Oh,
I think, I was noticing the tears as well with her, and it's just interesting to see kind of the dynamic between the coaches, I guess, because you're kind of seeing them all get this distinct personality right from the get-go, and it's going to be interesting to see when it gets a little more competitive what happens with it.
and I think we'll, ask Johnny a little bit later about if that's really what the judges are like. If the cameras are showing what they're truly like. So, but let's actually just dive into it, and let's start with Robin's team. And Robin, she, I just said she.
We know you don't mean it.
I know. He started with Alexis Carrington, and they ended up singing Killing Me Softly. And that's kind of a weird start. You know, I don't know if that's necessary. It's a song about duets.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
it's
the strongest
a really
song for a
difficult
duet.
song. I feel like I've never seen anyone do it better than Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I agree. And the bridge, the breakdown, that's really where you got to get powerful. And I just don't think she delivered at all. It just like fell flat for me. And you really got it. Like, that's a really powerful song, and you got to feel it, and you got to make it powerful. And unfortunately, I don't think that she did.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
totally
she was
agree.
off
tonight.
You have to save the best for that part, or just don't even try to do that version at all.
Yeah,
If
do
you're
something
not gonna
else.
bring it,
Do something else.
do something else, or do the Roberta Flack, whatever. I mean, not like, I don't know who.
The Roberta
knows it or
Roberta
whatever.
Flack version, sure.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna hear Lauryn Hill's like voice in their head, right?
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yes.
At first, I thought they were going to do the Roberta Flack version.
Me too, it
And then when
sounded
they
like
picked
that.
up the beat,
So.
I was like, ah. And then that's when y'all said, gosh, that's so hard to do Lauryn Hill's version. Because no one can really ever get it. And
let's
seems
remember who Robin Thicke likes, that hip hop element that we see later on in this episode.
I also did write a note here. I think it's
you?
very important.
Yes.
I love Robin Thicke's gold mic.
So true.
Essential.
It's a great gold mic.
Yeah. It really is. He's so sexual. Like,
Yeah.
and their voices didn't mesh either. It wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that the choices that they made throughout the song, it was completely wrong.
Yeah.
And I went, because they're both great singers, but just, I don't know if they were trying to reinvent the song and they just tried too hard, but just, it didn't gel for me.
Yeah, it also seemed like Robin was kind of always wanting to be the center of attention. Maybe that was something that I just noticed tonight specifically, but in I think both songs that he did, it was kind of like it was the Robin show, and then he had
The Robin Show.
Featuring
Plus
Kelly
Alexis.
Clarkson and John Legend sometimes.
Well, maybe he could have picked it up with our favorite from the audition from week 1, Olivia, who's been shaky ever since.
Yes.
I know she was my choice for the first first week, and it's sad because she doesn't seem like she's getting it together.
Well, can we talk about how awesome she looked? I mean, it was Crazy in Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yes.
She looked great.
DeRay made a great comment.
I did. I will be going to Forever 21 tomorrow to buy your outfit. And Olivia, I love your weave. Thanks for the retweet.
Yeah, thanks for the retweet, girl.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Make sure to tweet us or give us a call at 424-256-1633. But I think we've got Johnny on the line, so definitely. What were your thoughts on both of Robin's competitors, Johnny, this week?
Can you repeat that question? What was the thought on what?
No, what did you think about Robin's contestants this week, Alexis and Olivia?
My thoughts on Robin Thicke is that I really can't really say. Y'all got to understand this. Me still being tied to that, and I still know stuff that I can't really elaborate on. I don't want to kind of kick myself in the ass, sort of say. So Robin Thicke, there was a statement made about him that he was an asshole. He is not an ass. He is just very particular on performing. This man's name is, and his reputation is on the line. So when you're around him, he tries so hard, and if something goes wrong, he gets frustrated. And I can understand as a singer how that goes. So I really don't have nothing bad to say because I'm trying to get to his level and understand how to do the same performing he does. So I really, what goes through their mind, I really can't see. And way more in depth, I really can't say because he knows me and he can come find me.
He will find you and he will grind you.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, he might want to feature me on a single, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
idea.
put that out
Gotcha.
in the universe. That's awesome.
Now, with the thing with Olivia, it was Crazy in Love. She had to bring out the Beyonce, and I thought her voice was drowned out because she has that very soft, very breathy, and I didn't get to hear her as much as I wanted because I love her tone. I absolutely, when her first week, her audition, amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
It was just like that Nora Jones breathiness, that sweetness to her, and
Yeah.
ever since then, I don't know if the songs are too big or just.
Well, I love this song, but I do feel like it was a wrong song.
Okay.
I feel
It
like,
was.
how can you fill Beyonce's shoes?
Well, can we talk
Beyonce.
about what Robin Thicke said? Like, he's like, Beyonce retired and handed her baton, whatever, to you.
Nice.
Like, no pressure.
Yeah.
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 Be Beyonce.
But her voice just isn't like even
She doesn't
like
have
Beyonce's.
she doesn't have the voice to do that, but she really does have like a very unique tone. She's so cute. I mean,
Yeah.
her whole look was beautiful. She looked beautiful. Her hair. I'm a big
Yeah,
fan of.
love it.
I don't know. I do think it was the wrong song choice for
Yeah.
Robin. What are you doing?
Yeah, no. So okay, now quick question to the whole panel: who would you want as your judge, if you were allowed to be on the show? Since for the most part, most of us are singers, even Phil.
Jennifer Nettles. Jennifer Nettles.
Well,
She
first,
seems
she's amazing.
like
Yeah,
so down to
she
earth
seems awesome.
Yeah.
and
cries
not
a lot.
intimidating.
Cries.
She cries.
I think I would want Kelly Clarkson
Yeah,
because
I know.
she's she's stunning when she sings. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what
Yeah.
she's. I would want Kelly.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Actually, I don't.
who would
I'd
you-
debate between Jennifer and Kelly. I think it kind of depends on who I would want to be as an artist, and I don't really know that exactly right
Still
now.
finding your way. I got you.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that they
From
both have,
Berlin.
yeah, something to offer. Totally. It's
Mhm.
just, and I think the guys do too. It's just a little bit different. I think it would be harder kind of to like learn from them just because they obviously, yeah.
They're a little. Okay, so now I would go with Caduce for myself.
Really,
Caduce is-
Oh,
really,
wow.
that would be a really lucrative choice for you.
What?
You would be the winner of his. You'd be #1 on his list.
Why did they have?
Yeah.
Okay, why did they
Number
have to do that?
I
First
don't
place.
know.
Like on the first singer, let's see where you ended up on the chart. And they played
Shall
the serious music, and you're like,
and they're
really?
like, good job.
Because the judges secretly vote. I wonder if the first singer can actually be like 5th place.
No.
How
Not
sad
No,
would
no.
that be?
So
that would be
why?
so
Tragic.
sad.
I know that's what that would
The
be
day
like.
that
That'd be
Yeah, no, but
kind of
Wouldn't you just
entertaining.
like burst into tears if you were the first singer and you were number 5? Like,
I'd be like, listen.
I would be like,
douche.
eh.
Yeah, what can you do?
it's
No
reversed
one
it
else.
on a special duet. We could probably get it on their DVD, not like on their special features, which we could probably find on Amazon. Which,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Our album's on Amazon.
Is it
too.
really?
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
tell us a
yeah?
little bit about what's going on with
Oh,
Amazon and
flags
Apple?
and boxes. Well, basically, with Amazon, actually, did you guys hear about how on the AfterBuzz TV website there is an Amazon banner, and if you click it and then buy whatever you're going to buy at Amazon, because it has everything, then Amazon gets word, and they're like, hey, AfterBuzz is awesome. Let's keep the lights on, as Tracy likes to say.
We like
At
that.
AfterBuzz, we like them.
So it gives us a little bit of it gives us a kickback.
Thank
Kicks back a few
you.
cents to the dollar. So whenever you buy something through Amazon, through AfterBuzz, it, like we say, keeps our chairs from swiveling.
Yeah,
Too much.
It's just not
But-
okay.
No, well, let's moving on. Speaking of moving on to swiveling, let's move on to Jennifer's team.
Speaking of swivels.
Trying to find my way through that one.
Well, I just feel like Jennifer right now has the strongest team. She
Oh.
knocked it out of the park.
And in terms of story, they both just.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and her duet with John, I almost cried. Like
Yeah.
I had goosebumps. It was
Yeah, me too.
beautiful. Not a note missed. Like it was really stunning.
He's
Yeah, I
a
was just-
pro.
He really
He
and
is so good.
you can feel it. Like you can feel how much that guy misses his family and loves his family.
Mhm.
And that's something I really appreciate is
Yeah.
when you can like I felt the love that man had for his family while he was singing, and that I think that's important. That's what I like to see when I see people.
Definitely.
I like to feel what the artist is feeling.
Yeah.
Or whatever they want me to feel.
Yeah.
For instance, Robin Thicke, he wants you to feel like having sex with everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Done.
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 Done and
But
done.
John
takes is
has
a
that
golden
gift.
mic.
Yeah, no, for me, he took a step back last week. You know, it was still vocally pretty darn great.
Yeah.
But it was a little Broadway for me,
Right.
a little too showy. But then this week he came back, and like I said in week 1, he sings to the heavens.
Right.
He just opens up and he tells you a story. He sings you a story.
Yeah.
And that's why you're so emotionally involved in the song. So I thought he came back and he just raised the bar again. So.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, his voice is the most powerful in the competition.
Yeah.
I think.
I think
Yeah.
he knows
Unbelievable.
he's good at that. It's a religious song. He
Well,
knows that's like what he
seems
does.
like it just comes out of him.
I
Like,
know.
so easy.
It's a natural, and he was talking about it reminded him of his 8-year-old mother's son, parents'
yeah.
that was a
oldest
very
son,
strange way.
who passed away from leukemia.
Right, but like when they were pregnant with him.
Right.
So he
Yeah.
unfortunately never got to meet him. But
Right.
They were prego.
they were
So
preggers.
it's a very emotional song. And J-Rome's song was very emotional too.
Yeah, it was beautiful. What'd you think? Okay, who'd you like better, Jerome or John?
All the way from Berlin.
I know, hanging out over here. I don't know. I think John did a really fantastic job tonight. I think he also didn't struggle with song selection, and we've seen on all these singing competitions that song selection can be a really, really important part of moving forward,
Yeah.
kind of. And he seemed to like make a really good song choice for himself. And we were talking about the religious. He knows his wheelhouse, and some of them are still figuring that out.
Yeah.
He took control too, more control than a lot of people. He like knew what sounded
Yes.
good.
Mhm.
That made a huge difference.
Yeah, he was really involved in the arrangement.
Yeah.
That was great having that control that tight of rein. Now Johnny, did you see any of that with, let's say, with John Glosson? Did he have that command that you see like on the screen tonight? And quick question, do you have us on speaker by chance?
Do I have you on speaker? No.
Oh, okay. You just have such an ominous voice. It carries well. It's almost
Great one. It's probably the car.
yes. You sing.
Oh.
No, so what did you think
Good
between
acoustics.
John and J. Rome?
John and J. Rome, you know, let me tell you this. J. Rome is a performer. You know, I've been following J. Rome for about 3 or 4 years. Even, you know, I've been a fan of music, so, and TV. So J. Rome has been singing on Broadway, different, you know, Michael Jackson type of Broadway, you know, shows and stuff like that. He's seasoned. He's stage seasoned. So, you know, and then also with the soft mellow voice he got with that combination makes him deadly because he know how to do it, when to do it, and have control. Versus John is an emotional singer like I am. John goes for the gut. You know what I'm saying? He reaches deep down. So when you really look at it, John can really, you know, be a danger. It probably is a threat in my opinion because I've sat with John personally and sang with him, you know, sitting around a fire. You know, he's a real good entertainer and a great vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be really hard to see which one of those going to be a survivor of Jennifer's team because, you know, me knowing both of them personally, I can't, you know, really say, but just a little bit going to go with John a little bit, you know, just because, you know, I'm a singer. You know, I like that power and that vocal ability.
Okay. And I think you said the same, that you liked John the best.
No, I liked J.
Absolutely.
Rome.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I think that John was the best, like, pitch perfect vocal, whatever. But well, not whatever. But you know what I'm saying. But J. Rome, I just think J. Rome has such a unique tone, and but as far as the duets portion of it, I think that John and Jennifer sounded better together as opposed to Jennifer and J. Rome. J. Rome and Jennifer's voice are just very, very different. And John sounded more country, and it fit with Jennifer very well.
So you're looking at it from the perspective of the actual show title called Duets.
Duets.
Wow.
Wow.
You mean the amateur and the superstar?
Oh, I'm
Why
sorry.
do they say that? Why?
Yeah. How does that make you feel, Johnny, when they call you an amateur?
You know what? Truthfully, I am an amateur. I mean, I'm not signed with a major label. You know, now I just acquired management. You know, David Lee, Sinatra.
Yay, congratulations.
I just acquired a producer. So I am an amateur right now. And we are, because when we compete or go against each other, we compete against amateurs. But y'all got to understand also that those are superstars on stage with us too. And just by being on stage with those superstars, it carries a lot of weight. Like, you know, I got family members I've never even known for the last 30 years call me, you know, so, you know, so when you're on stage with superstars, it's kind of different. Now, when you talk about duets, I come from harmony background. My church has no music. So really the show is probably going away from what it's actually saying. because when you heard it on TV versus where I hear it, now being there, it's not everybody's turning it into, who's going to win this and leaving the focal point of why we entered this contest to see if we sing well together. Because at the end of this, you'll be singing with your superstar on a recording. So we still missing the point of what the show is going away from, in my opinion.
So you're saying, I know at the end if the winner of the contest gets a contract with Hollywood Records, right? But you're saying that the winner's also going to sing a track with their superstar partner?
Yeah, with what I've been told, I like I said, I can talk about anything.
Sure.
You know the magic question. So we'll get to that later. But like I said, from what I've told, this is the things that we hear while we sitting around in a room like lab rats, while we waiting on the van for 30 minutes just to walk 2 feet to the door. So you got all these people telling us a lot of different things that's going on. Okay. So it's like, and just like you said about the stage or the reality of it, it's not what everybody think it is. It's not the glitz and the glamour and this and that. It's actually work. So, to me, I'm an amateur. Not for long, though. I'm coming.
That's
like,
right.
If I would have still been on the show, like, I was older than the rest of the contestants. So people think I'm an amateur, but I've been singing my whole life. Sure. Karaoke host, church, worship service, singing on the street corner, singing in front of stadiums. That was all practice leading up to this moment.
So Johnny,
so when the world got a chance to see who I was, I didn't want, now they changed it to the idol controversy. I don't want to be compared to none of that. So, I just want to sing. I just want the world to know who I am, and I'm coming. So the show, ABC Duets, is really not going to matter to me because I got a purpose and a plan. This was just a purpose and a plan to be seen because I wasn't even supposed to be on the show if y'all want to know the truth.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean?
Well, during the taping, I was sent home. They told me, go home. I can't tell you why I went.
What? You're torturing us.
I know.
But
wait, will we ever?
I wasn't even gonna be on TV. 2 days. I'm sitting on a curb, looking at people walk by, throwing little rocks at little kids and irritate them. The next thing, my phone rings and said, "Hey, Johnny, you're gonna be on Duets." So I'm like, yeah, get out of here. So I hung up the phone in their face. I really did.
You were throwing rocks at
I
children?
really did.
Is that why they? Is that why they didn't give you an earpiece?
And said, we're going to air you on TV. So I was like, oh, okay. Here we go. Not knowing it was going to turn into all this other twisted stuff.
Well, now speaking of amateurs, people that started as an amateur, let's move on. We'll come back to that a little bit later with Kelly, who started, of course, an idol, and she tells the story better than all of us. She started as an amateur, now she's a superstar, just like the premise of the show. So, but her team was the one that was behind. They were in 7th and 8th, all the first 2 weeks of the show, and they've always been nervous, and especially little Jordan, who Jordan has a very, very interesting hairdo, we must say.
Reminds me of someone that I can't think of.
Yeah, someone we could possibly see if you're watching us live on AfterBuzzTV.com.
I wonder what you're talking about, guys.
I think it's Phil. We're talking about Phil.
Phil.
Phil's great haircut.
Doesn't really do a lot. But.
Yeah.
No, I actually think her hair is really cute. It's her right side is shaved, guys. So
Totally different.
please, totally different. But she wears it well, and I think she's very cute, and it was really nice to see her get a little more comfortable. I was a little bit put off by the non-shoes.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't stop
me too.
staring
I
at
don't
her
like
feet.
that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind feet, but it was really, when I'm on stage, I preferred to wear shoes and nothing else. So.
What is this fashion star? Oh, I liked her dress. I don't like her
but
shoes.
she just wasn't wearing them, which is well, you could step on anything. And she was walking everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm sure they cleaned the set. Their performance, though, was really great. They are a really great duet team. I was a little bit bored by the end, but maybe it's because I was too busy staring at her feet. But honestly, she's got a really great voice, and she's really starting to come out of her shell, and I like that. She's beautiful. She looks like, I thought she just looks more comfortable. Like sometimes that's what it takes. Someone who covers up all the time. They don't realize that once they just become more comfortable and more free once you let it all out. So hang it on out, girl.
What
You're
got
great.
her out of her shell? Because last week her voice closed off when she
Yeah.
was supposed to hit the high notes because of the nerves.
I'm wondering if they have a vocal coach. And this
Mhm.
is just my vocal coach had told me this. Sorry, Bob. He was like, seriously, stand in front of a mirror naked and sing it yourself. And if that will help, and it really did help me come out of my shell. And I'm wondering if somebody like gave her advice like that, or like, maybe just like in your underwear, like run around singing to your toothbrush, something ridiculous. Do something ridiculous that you wouldn't do. Like, it really seems like she did something like that, because it really does change your performance in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I'm
Yeah.
sure Kelly has tricks up her sleeve.
Yeah.
Probably gave her some advice.
But I don't know. Was Kelly ever nervous?
Well,
if you
this
remember.
is what
You mean on Idol?
on
Yeah.
Idol. I'm
Sure.
sure she was.
But her
mean,
voice didn't show it. Like,
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
voice
Her
was flawless.
evolution,
Yeah.
as we say, was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't cover Idol one back then, but I know people who did, and they were saying that when she would come backstage, she was the most confident out of the group.
Oh,
Like,
really?
she would come back, and like in her interviews and stuff, yeah, she just seemed like a star. You could
Yeah.
tell she was gonna be the one.
Maybe even at that point, also, you just got to fake it till you make it. I mean, maybe she was really confident, but it's like if you show weakness in a competition like that, or
Yeah.
that you're not so confident, like everybody senses it.
Mhm.
And I think that maybe Jordan realized that she has more in common with Kelly than she thought.
Yes, and it really seems she's keeping her eye on the prize, and she's just got to hold that crystal ball and like visualize it, and she's going to be what she wants to be, and I think she's going to make it happen. Like, she's got a great talent, and just the evolution from one week to the next,
Yeah.
imagine what she's going to be like in a year.
Yeah.
If she keeps going that direction, you just got to keep thinking, what you think is what you get.
Maybe
So,
it was the no shoes thing.
I don't know. It must have, I mean, maybe that was the thing that she felt was so ridiculous, and she was like, let's just do this on live TV. That could be it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That could have
Like,
been it.
It was a difference, a lot. What confidence does. Just what a difference confidence makes.
Yeah,
So,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
different person.
speaking of confidence, why is it both of Kelly's competitors, people? Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Both of Kelly's people were lacking that confidence, and then this week did Jason turn it around? In Hallelujah, a Leonard Cohen classic that's only been covered by, as you guys said,
Everyone
Every-
ever.
yes.
It's such a
Well, Jeff
pretty, beautiful,
Buckley,
beautiful
yeah.
song.
Wainwright, too.
And he
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
have a great voice, but like you said, his confidence is in the highest.
He was very, very pitchy. It's really a bummer that his dad doesn't support him more.
Yeah.
I recently went home to Iowa, and if my dad made me go out to so many karaoke bars.
Really?
Yeah, but like, I can't imagine having him be like, hey, you
Yeah.
could do it if you want to, but I don't really like, that's a real bummer. And he really is like, well, once this is over, if it doesn't work out, I'm done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I guess once it's over, you're going to be done if he doesn't change that around. I hope he really does, because he's so talented.
Yeah.
So basically there's a world of pressure on him. He's either got to win it or that's it.
That's in his mind.
Yeah,
And
his
it's
attitude.
that's his and it's really not like that. Like, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Everybody hears no. And he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully he will, because he
Yeah.
really has such a pretty voice. Pretty pitchy today, but I mean, he really does. His tone is great. He's got talent.
I thought they were okay individually, but together it did not work for me at all.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. For some reason, I thought they were both fine by themselves when they had their own little piece, but when they came together, it almost like Robin and was it Alexis, when they came together, it just didn't work. I don't know the choices that they made. Like you're saying, he was pitchy, so I just wish he just gets out of his head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was pitchy. I felt like he was nasally. And all I can hear now, even when I hear the Leonard Cohen version, is the Jeff Buckley version. Because that's kind of like the instrumentals that they were doing with the electric guitar, making it all like soft.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. So it was really interesting that they were saying it was the Leonard version, but it really didn't sound.
Yeah,
like it.
no way.
Yeah, it did
And-
sound like the Jeff Buckley.
Yeah, and so maybe that was whatever. But it's like just like the Lauryn Hill song. It's like, how can
If you're gonna do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But-
have to.
He'll come out of his shell,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah,
Fingers
Johnny.
crossed for you, man.
Now,
His
Johnny,
dad should go
what,
back in
what's
Michelle.
what's going on? What's going on with John and Jordan? Were they always like that? it was tough for them to get out there? Are they just a little more shy? Were they shyer than the other competitors, perhaps, or not? We seem to have lost Johnny for the moment. We'll get him back shortly, but Stephanie.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Yeah, no, but with Jordan and Jason, were they, like in rehearsals, could they just belt it out in rehearsals, and just when it came to performance time, is that when it kind of, they got in their head and just got a little more shy?
Well, you got to understand too. It's still new for them. They kids, and it's their first time on a major network. For all of us as well. But I like I said, for them, they challenge the biggest obstacle for those two of themselves. Mm-hmm. Being around them, they constantly think, they overthink it, like more of them not going through more of a regimen like I do, just calm down and relax, because they understand this is their one shot. And everybody feels like that. So, they always want to get their A game, and sometimes nerves take over. But being behind the scenes, oh, no. Wonderful voices from both of them. Jason has an extremely nice voice. Mm-hmm. And we sat and sang songs together, and I was like, dude, all you have to do is relax and do that on stage, and you know what I'm saying? And the world will know who you are. Like, seriously, he can really, really sing. Mm-hmm. He's just an emotional person, and, and I can kind of understand because he's like in his 20s, early 20s. Mm-hmm. Jordan, I feel like this. She is going to be an artist regardless because her hair has stamped across America. That was the first thing I noticed when I seen it, and I was like, you know what, your hair going to make you famous.
Oh, the hair.
And we sat around at the hotel and laughed about it and stuff, and I was telling her, you just calm down. All of y'all have to calm down, and I felt like, I was put in that purpose, to get a little bit of sunshine, and also to let them know also it's just singing, Just close your eyes or do what you do and go to your place and just let it go. And I think once they figure it out, like Jordan, I think she figured it out this week. Yeah. I think she gonna get stronger and stronger as the weeks go by, and she gonna be a force to reckon with. So nice. She really can. She just got to come out of her shell. So and people got to understand that being on a new show, being viewed by millions, that is nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I thought it was real easy. What are you guys talking about? I'm kidding.
What was it like for you? Well, we can go on that tangent when you had to sing, on The Voice.
You know what? The most nerve-wracking was the executive audition. I think I told you guys this. Like, that's the scariest was when because there's a process to get to the blind auditions. You don't just go on there. There was like 20 executives. Carson and Mark Burnett is in the room, and I was so scared.
That is so
I was
scary.
so scared. But it wasn't that bad when I got up because the chairs were turned around, and so there was
they were turned around.
They were turned. Well, no. Well, they didn't enough to, but their backs were facing me when I started. So I was like, I don't have these people just staring at me right now. Yeah. I'm good. And the room was there was a lot of people in the room. It was really loud. But I mean, it's I don't know. I like the camera, and I think the camera likes me.
I think your hair's gonna do it too.
My hair might get me famous.
Well said.
But yeah, I mean, it can be, but it was the executive. Being in a small room with a few people is much scarier than 500, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Somebody's always not paying attention if there's 500.
That's very true.
If there's 5, everybody's looking right at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is everybody staring at me right now?
Because you're talking. No, speaking of it, like the camera look, for pretty people, John Legend.
Oh, Jesus.
No, John Legend. No, he had a Melania who was in first place last week, which I thought was we kind of said it felt generous just because she was thrust into the situation, how she was. And
did she have like 48 hours or 24 hours?
I'm not familiar. I think she had 48 hours.
Okay. She had very little time.
Right. And so I think the judges cut her a little bit of slack, kind of like they did overall with a lot of the singers the first week. We thought they were really kind that first week. But with Melania, this week they were a little rougher on her, a little tougher. We know Winter loved the dress. Yes.
From last week
Or the
and loved the suit.
From last week. Yeah, no, she's got great style. Yeah, she does.
Are you sure it's her? Maybe it's a stylist.
Well,
think?
if you look at, I love how I pay attention to these things. If you look at everybody individually, they all kind of have their own. I'm sure they have input. Like
Let's
we
ask
had
Johnny.
our own. Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, who dressed you? Did you dress yourself? Who made those final decisions?
Did you guys have a stylist?
What she say? I couldn't hear. I heard her ask me something.
Do you guys have a stylist on the show?
On the show?
Yeah, that helps you like pick out your outfits and fit you for them and everything.
The outfit that we put on?
Yeah.
No, we don't get to choose that.
Oh, you don't get to choose that. So somebody else dresses
Hell.
you?
Hell yeah, man. Look here. I'm going to tell you the reason why I was sweating, because they put me in a wool damn jacket. I didn't have no choice but to wear it.
So what happens if you, I mean, did you tell them that you were really hot?
No, you know what? Here go me. See, here go the amateur. Here's the amateur in me. You really, when you're messing with a big network, you really can't say too much of nothing. You just go on and do what you say and get up there, and show your talent, try to showcase your talent and try not to be a big house, So, but I wasn't used to, people touching me and measuring me and people, it was just like, okay, this is what you're going to look like. It changed me. I thought I looked quite handsome, Kelly thought so too,
You do.
but
Yes.
I don't like nobody dressing me because I like to seem comfortably. I like to wear jeans, nice dress shoes, dress shirt, and feel free with a tank top. So it being in that, it's just like playing in anything, like a sport. You just got to be ready for it,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the business calls for, being a professional when it's time for it. You got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, Johnny, what would you do you think that there is a medium or anything in between an amateur and a superstar? Because you're obviously not on the same level as Jordan, who just started, right?
You're further along in your
So
journey.
what would you call yourself?
What would I call myself?
Yes.
A renegade.
Yes. Round of applause.
That's a good
I
word.
say, you know what? Let me say this and why I say renegade. I used to watch a show called Renegade, and and I'm a big black guy. As a kid, I wanted to be Lorenzo Lamas with long hair and ride a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
So I just transferred that. That same enthusiasm that he had into my music. So I just challenged myself to sing everything. I love everything. That's what I feel like. To me, I'm glad I'm not on the show because for the simple fact, it ain't gonna showcase what I really want to do. So I have to make videos and sing on corners and let people know until I get known. But now, thanks to ABC, with that little bit of time, I want to show the world now who I really am. I'm just a renegade singer who loves to sing. Anything from Fort Non-Blondes to Brandon Carlisle to Eric Clapton to Motown to country music. I love it all.
Well,
I can Frank Sinatra. I love it.
Johnny, is that going to be your new album's name, perhaps?
I love all music.
Or Renegade?
That would be really good.
No, you know what? I was thinking about that. I was talking to David Lee about that, and I think my album would be Shades of Grey because I want to take the world in many directions.
Are you aware of the book 50 Shades of Grey?
You know what? I'm just using that because that's my last name. Spell it different.
No. I totally get it. Have you heard about this book 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh.
Google it, please.
Don't worry,
Google
Johnny.
it.
I'm in the same boat. I think
Google
it's
it.
more of like a. It's like a. What is it? A romance novel or something?
It is.
Well, it's
it
not
is.
it's not a
it's
romance
been
novel.
known as. It's been called
in
like
that
soft
direction.
pornography.
Soft is not the word for it.
Okay, so moving on.
But anyway, you should seriously Google it. But I do get that is a good album, especially since it's your name.
Yeah.
That's
it
nice.
I'll
I
Google
appreciate
it.
that.
With all this stuff going on, talking about what happened to Johnny Gray, my phone keep ringing off the hook, and I can't sit still. People always want to talk to me.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah. We're glad that you took the time to talk to us.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So, what'd you guys? Any final thoughts on Melania? Just.
I mean,
what'd you guys think this week?
what? Yeah, well, I think there was just so much standard that was set tonight from John and J. Rome and everyone. It just wasn't
she got drowned out a little bit.
Yeah.
She did, but I did note that her and John had great chemistry. I think they did.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think she seemed like a seasoned professional. Also, I know on YouTube that she's sung in front of a lot of people in a religious context. So she seemed like
a lot
comfortable.
of gospel.
Yeah.
On the show.
I liked her. I just think sometimes on the high notes she's a little thin. She doesn't just maybe.
Is this the one that not just? She was
It's
like,
interesting because Kelly said
Yes.
that she liked that.
I'm not saying the way she
remix.
hit the word itself, but I just felt like it was just a little thin when she got high. You know, and I'm stealing that from John Legend had said that about a contestant a few weeks ago, and it's like my new thing. It's like they're thin when they hit certain notes, and you want that full body, you know, just as strongly as they hit other notes, unless it's purposely chosen, unless they personally pick it to be like a soft thing. But I think she does it, you know. Her voice just doesn't get there sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if it was the pressure of the moment or what. But
if
Stephanie?
you're choosing like based on the premise of the show, which is duets, I thought they had really good chemistry tonight.
Okay.
I agree.
I like them together a lot. Maybe her voice wasn't the strongest out of the bunch, but.
Did you like hers or Bridget? Speaking, if we're sticking on John.
I think I liked her actually.
Okay.
I think I'll stick with her.
I liked her duet better, absolutely, than Bridget's. I am gonna go ahead and say that I think that the contestant should be the one to start the song off.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
he outshined her.
Yeah. And
And
he had a very long chunk at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like the whole first
Almost the
quarter.
first verse. Yeah.
of the song, and she did amazing. But I think that he upstaged her quite a bit, even though had she come out and done that first part, I think it would have been reversed, honestly.
Yeah.
Because she does, and has such a cute attitude and very quirky, and I just want to hug her.
Yeah.
I think
she
she's the
seems like a really
auditor.
cool person. She is. Yeah. She's the
She's
tax
an
auditor.
no.
Yeah.
So we think you're wonderful. All of
Wait,
us at AfterBuzz TV
we're
think
talking about
Bridget is wonderful.
tax auditor.
Oh, Bridget. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, when you don't pay your taxes, I come and get them.
Yeah.
Yes. We love all your work.
Please come and get my taxes.
No, but you know, and she was. The only knock was that I think it was Jennifer Nettles that said she was a little muddled on the low notes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That, and I noticed that she couldn't like walk or move without her voice getting wobbly. Like she had to stay in one place. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should work on
That's
that.
true. That's true.
tighten your tummy.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like out of the two, Miliana, I liked her better.
So Miliana,
Me too.
Her
she's
duet.
Agreed.
okay. All right. So definitely those are the ones to talk about. But let's take a little bit of a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about the solo showdown, and we're gonna get to know Winter Ray and Johnny Gray after the break. Yay! It's
Yay.
raining.
Got
Hey
it.
there, good buddies. The handle's Wooly Bear. I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind of truck driving man, no. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm driving through these great United States of ours. And my favorite podcasts in the world are from AfterBuzz TV. And why? Because AfterBuzz TV's like a post-game wrap-up show for all your favorite TV shows. Like Jersey Shore, Dancing with the Stars, Mad Men, and a whole truckload more. I like listening to my Gossip Girl podcast, catching up with all my fellow fans and getting all the latest news and gossip. No, I got some strong opinions. And AfterBuzz TV lets me share those opinions with thousands of other listeners. Woo-wee, what a feeling. I used to doze off on those lonely stretches of road. And don't worry, I got the cruise control. But now I'm wide awake and listening to all the AfterBuzz TV goodness. Check them out, give them a holler, and tell them the old Woolly Bear sent you.
Right, and we are back. That is awesome. Phil's
Haven't heard
giving
that
us.
song in a while.
What song is that?
Renegades of
What
Funk.
is it?
Oh, it's Renegades of Fun. Renegade.
Yeah.
There we go for
Oh,
Johnny,
you,
for Johnny Gray. Well, now we're back, and we just want to
Yeah.
spend a few minutes with Mr. Johnny Gray, raised in Burlington, right outside of Fort Worth, Texas, and now in Seattle. And question off the subject: what happened?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
What you mean? What happened? Like, what is that the magic question? Like, what happened with what?
Like, what did you do today? Tell us about your day. I'm kidding.
No,
That
no.
could be
Okay,
informative.
we've had you on for most of the hour, and you've given us so much insider info. Like one of the questions I wanted to ask you when we talked earlier this week, Johnny and I did, and why was it that you said you were the only one that didn't have the earpiece when you sang, and everyone else did?
No, you know what? This is me. You know, I found out, you know, learning, being in the business, the earpieces, you know, the sound quality in TV, I feel like if you go on a show that's called Duets, the first quality they should look at is, can you hear? That's the main ingredient of harmonizing is the ear. So I didn't need nothing blocking my gift. You know, that is my gift. My ear is my gift. So I didn't want the ear monitors to block. So when I'm there, it was like being in a big green grass field on a black stage with the sky being my speakers. And, you know, when I'm in that place, that's when I sing. That's why I sweat.
So it was it was your choice not to have the earpiece, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was my choice not to have it, you know, going through rehearsals and stuff and listening on stage and you know, having some previous, you know, news experience. Being in the studio, you'd be like, you know what, I know how to do this, you know, now, you know, all that training, you know, it's time to show that talent and that gift. So, you know, it was my choice not to go with it. It could have went bad, but, you know, hey.
Now, with that said, I know ABC and Duets, it's a huge program that's very well structured. So do you think that might have been one of the things that may have caused some sort of disagreement with you and Duets itself? Because I found this chat on Entertainment Weekly with Caduce where, and I quote, he was saying, "I wish I could tell you why he's leaving. He's definitely talented, but let's just say the show is better off without him." And that is such a difficult statement, because I've talked to you extensively, and why would something like that go down? Care to expound on that?
Well, I first of all, I don't even know who the dude is. So, you know, I'm going to treat him, you know, he might got a bank account might be a little bigger than mine, might be a little well-known, but, you know, hey, I ain't going to bite my tongue. I don't know who the cat is. So, you know, for what, if he knows something, he need to call and let me know, because I know that I didn't quit. And I don't know what unforeseen reason that he knows, but I would like to know that too. But I know why I didn't quit. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't leave the show willingly.
Well,
Got it.
Now, with that said, you know, so what's next? What's next for Johnny Gray?
Well, I'm working on a single right now with David Lee and Young West, you know, and we putting some stuff together. And, you know, it'll be coming out here shortly, you know, and hopefully, you know, I can fulfill my dreams as an entertainer to go across the world and sing with great artists like I did with John Legend. You know, I look at duets like this. Sometimes in life you get opportunities to grow and learn. That was my opportunity to grow and learn, and the world say, hello, this is Johnny Gray. Now Johnny Gray knows that he has to get a product to sell himself with. So I'm doing that now because, you know, I'm 37 and, you know, I really don't want to chase the dream and be known with a record deal. I want to be able to be free. That's what music needs to come back to, being free. I don't want to be trapped. Like I said, I'm a renegade, and I'm going to stick with that.
Well, good for you, Johnny.
Yeah, excellent, Johnny. Like, definitely, before we let you go, we definitely want to find out where your fans could follow you. You know, if Twitter, do you have a YouTube page?
Yeah, you can go to JohnnyGrayMusic.com. You can go to, you know, hey, look, I want the world to be my family. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to Johnny Gray and look me up on Facebook. You can go to Cisco. I'm gonna say this because my girl gonna get mad at me. But you can go to Cisco Paz on YouTube, and you can get the real Johnny Gray. You know, I'm in hallways singing. You know, you'll see me with my gold tooth that I used to have about 5 months ago. Wink, wink, we gonna laugh. So, you know, when I moved up the scale of trying to be a professional, I had to get my gold out. You know, I had to put all my teeth had to be the same color.
All right, excellent. Hey, Johnny, we all want to extend a big, warm thank you for spending most of the hour with us, and we're definitely looking forward to many great things from you. So thank you for stopping by, Johnny. Johnny Gray, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, thank y'all. Y'all be safe. JC, thank you very much. Doc, talk to you soon.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Now, he was a little bit of personality, I have to say.
He was a lot of personality. He was awesome.
Yes.
He was awesome. He was great. Definitely
He's
gave us
hilarious.
that insider point of view that,
Yes.
he's just, and I'm sure we'll hopefully have him in the near future again. Maybe we'll have him and Caduce here together.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be
Please make that
amazing.
happen.
So
Yeah.
we know he didn't quit.
He did not quit.
No, so definitely something we need to delve in a little deeper.
Yeah.
Scoop, Stephanie, you got to find out for you.
I will try. Yeah, I don't know. I was as confused as you guys. They kind of just brushed past it last week,
I know,
and then
he's not coming back.
yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, and
That-
moving on.
Yeah, and for Caduce, I love that name.
I know.
For Caduce to what he said, that is like that's some strong feelings right there.
Yes.
That's amazing. Like
I'm wondering
Yes.
if it's a contract issue. That's what I'm feeling like.
That's
Like-
what I
like-
thought at first. That's what I
Yeah.
thought at first. But then he was talking about how now he like has a manager, all this stuff. So like it sounded like not a lot was going on before.
I don't think it was I don't think because I went into The Voice with under Perez Hilton management and with my managers that I've had forever. So
And
that's all
yeah.
worked out before you get on those shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. That would thank you.
That's because we're renegades.
I think
We're
Phil's the
renegades.
renegade. He's the big renegade here. So, speaking of renegades, I don't there was no transition there at all.
No.
Well,
Now, what have you been up to since that wonderful appearance on The Voice?
Well, I was in the studio right before this. You guys totally messed up my day. No, you
OMG.
didn't. You
Oh,
made
no.
my OMG. So sorry. No, I'm in the studio. I'm recording right now. I'm gearing up to do showcases. My managers and I are getting me in front of all the big labels and to do
That's
that. And
really
I did it.
exciting.
I've done it before, and I was signed before, and I'm gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna be armed with my own material. I'm writing all my own
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, awesome.
I'm using a few different writers and producers. I've got really exciting.
What was that
Really
song
amazing
you
stuff.
sang in your bath? Was it in your bathroom or something?
Oh, all of them are in my. I have songs on the bathroom floor.
It was so
That's
sick.
a
It was
thing.
the Adele one.
Which one?
Was it someone?
It,
someone
oh,
like
I
you?
remember. It was.
I have it written here in
I
my
don't
notes.
know if it was someone like you.
It was
maybe?
someone like you, and then your Hurt cover. I loved your Hurt cover
Oh,
by
you
Christine.
did?
I did. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, I listened to
Oh,
that too.
thank you. Oh, you did? Really?
Yeah.
What did my hair look like?
Blue.
No.
I don't remember. I watched it way a long time ago.
I'm kidding.
Was
yeah.
it blue?
No, it was blonde. It's the same thing.
But just from your bathroom and just that grittiness about you and just the booming voice, like literally, I think that my speakers couldn't take it.
You know what? That was before I figured out that on my MacBook Pro that I couldn't turn it so that it doesn't input the sound. Because I have such a big powerful voice that I talk into that thing and it blows the speakers out. So I just turn that way down. But I really actually that was one of my favorites that I've done. I love that song.
Yeah,
I-
it's such a good
Her
song.
Christina one.
Yeah, I think she's so great.
Oh
She's
my-
so talented.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna click. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
probably my favorite performance out of all the ones I've seen of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like literally, I really love that. And you're falling. Did you do that at Cafe Waz?
I do it everywhere.
No, but you.
I did do that at Cafe Was.
I looked-
that
I-
one you saw.
Yes, I live right there.
Oh, you do?
Wait,
Yeah.
Were you on the bathroom floor of Cafe One? that? Well,
No,
that's
I actually took it out of the bathroom and I went into the main room and a friend of a friend was actually playing guitar and I said, "Can you do Fall?" And he was like, "No, but I can do this and you can just sing it." And so that's what we did. And then my friend Adam was actually playing some beads that were sitting next to the table. So that was like an impromptu like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I definitely.
you.
I can't wait to see your own written stuff.
I'm
soon.
so this song that I'm doing, the song that we did today is called "Runaway," and I'm so proud of it. I'm so excited, and it's actually really fun. And I'm trying to find a way to strategically place the B word in there because I
good
place
call.
it. I don't know if I can say that. I place it in like every song I do. I'm like, I gotta say it somewhere,
Yeah.
even
Gotta
if
put
it's
it
like
in.
subliminal, like whispering.
That's your thing.
You
Putting
play
the B in every
backwards.
word.
I think that's
every song.
what
I
you
think
might
that's-
have to do. Or it could be in the context of a dog.
That's true. That is going to be what shoots me to superstardom.
That
guys.
right
That's
there.
it.
Don't trust to be in apartment
Profanities.
23.
Oh my god, I
There
love
we
that
go.
show so
Yeah,
much.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
you could totally. Yeah.
It's a funny show.
Well, let's move on quickly to
Yeah.
we forgot the solo showdown.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jason
right.
and Alexis.
Yes, the acapella. Okay, what'd you guys think of that little battle? It's not to be confused with the voice battle, right? It's
Right.
Nothing like that at all.
Gotta
It was
sing off, don't get it all confused.
I think that this is a great idea where they got to come out and do it a cappella. That shows like that's your real raw talent, because it seems to me that they're using backing tracks with vocals on them when they're singing, which is really off-putting a little bit.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out.
I know.
Yeah, because there were parts where the contestant was clearly not singing, but their voice was there doing harmonies.
Yeah.
Which was really interesting. I mean,
That's true.
not that as a performer you don't do that at your live shows, but I think that it's different for
especially for this show.
yeah. But so the acapella, I think that's amazing and genius and impressive.
Really, you can't hide behind anything there. And also, I feel like that would probably, if someone, when I've met a lot of singers who have a lot of trouble finding their pitch unless they hear the note. So if someone has any of those problems, it's over.
Did the right person go home?
No. I
Okay,
disagreed.
Alexis went home, right?
Yes. It was between Alexis and Jason.
Yes. Alexis
ended up going home.
I was surprised.
I think the right person went home.
Yeah, you think?
Agree to disagree.
Yes, agree to disagree.
San Diego.
Yeah, put a question mark on the prompter. Okay, we're doing whole Anchorman here, but okay, so we're split then basically on who'd you think?
Our
Stephanie?
international
I
correspondent.
wanted Jason to stick around. I thought he was actually going to go though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think though it's kind of he needs to figure out where his confidence is coming from, because I would have been sad to see him go, because he seems like the one where he was expecting it, and like I don't know if you would hear him sing again if he got eliminated first. I don't think he would have the confidence to come back from that.
I feel for Jason, and I think that Jason would agree about the gold advice that I'm going to tell him right now, and it's not coming from your dad. That's where confidence is not coming from.
Yes.
Everybody saw that. So, obviously, hello, Kelly Clarkson believes in you.
Yes.
Who needs parents when you have Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, it's true.
Truer words never
WTF.
said.
And it comes from within. Like, what you give out, you get back. So once he gets it, he's so talented. So once he realizes how talented he really is and gets all the outside voices, the negative voices out of his head, it's all going to happen, because he's so good.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow. I didn't know what he was singing, though. So
yeah,
I was
but
like,
for a
Yeah.
while.
No.
I wish
Yeah.
they said. Well, I guess they did.
They did. It
It's
was
me and
like-
Mrs. Jones
Because
is
I
what
just
he
didn't
was singing,
Yeah.
but I only read that at the beginning.
Yeah, I couldn't
could not
understand it.
understand at all.
I think he could actually show he has the possibility of growing more than Alexis.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with
if he
you.
sticks with the show, I think he has more room to grow. So I think maybe they saw that, because he like everyone, even Johnny said, he has an amazing voice. So I think he has
Really unique.
more. I think he has more tools in the shed to you know.
And I think he's likable, because I guess the first show he was like crying, and that's like
You guess he's like, yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a really good person, and so does Alexis. But I don't know. I think there's just he has already grown so much, and I think people like seeing him become more confident.
Yeah, that's true. And I have to understand that when you grow up without the support of your friends and family, which it seems like, I mean, he did his initial audition in his car.
Yes.
Right.
That was crazy.
Which is really crazy. Like, he couldn't even didn't even want to let his family know, because he didn't want to hear that. Way to go, dude, to just do it on your own, by the way. But once, he's just got to forget that.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen. But you guys are right. I'm switching. I retract. The
Ah.
right person stayed.
Yes.
The right person stayed.
And think about it. It is ABC. People who brought you home extreme makeover, home extreme, weight loss, and all. They want to tell a story, and like a story like him, parents that don't approve, and he's got this beautiful voice. Oh, yeah. They want Jason to stay on that show.
They're all about the emotions.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So definitely, well, now we were going to move on to news and gossip, but I think we're running a little long today, so let's just go into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Who do we think is going to be in the bottom two next week?
Bottom two.
Yes.
who's gonna sing for their lives.
Sing for their lives, and who's going home?
I'm gonna say Olivia is gonna be in the bottom two if he doesn't pick a better song.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think?
God, I don't. God.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, there's not a lot of contestants to choose from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not.
I think maybe Alexis will be in the bottom two.
She's gone.
She's gone.
I know. I was about to say that
She's
too.
gone, buddy.
I was about to say that too, and I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
already gone.
You have failed.
Well,
Yeah, I think Jordan.
she's gonna be in the bottom three.
Yeah.
And then
You think?
Oh yeah, I think sorry, yes, Jordan. I think might be in the bottom.
yeah,
Yeah, she
only
seems-
because of her confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about song selection for her. If she
If
can
she
do another,
doesn't grow as much as she did this week, she'll be in the bottom two. I agree.
Yeah.
What about? I think maybe Bridget Carrington.
yeah, that was another one that I thought of as well. Bridget.
Only
seemed-
because I don't remember most of it.
It's the ones you don't remember. These are good singers, but now we want great.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna go. I think it's gonna be Bridget and Olivia in our bottom two. So before we go, Winter, where can they find you?
If you go to thewinterray.com or YouTube/thewinterray1, the number 1. My Twitter is thewinterray, and then you can just, look up my Facebook, and I will add you to my personal Facebook and tell you all my deep, dark secrets and desires.
That is an offer.
And Michelle.
Wow. Well, you can check us out at MacedoMusic.com.
Yes.
Our Twitter handle is @MacedoMusic.
YouTube Macedo Entertainment.
Oh yeah.
And Stephanie, way out in Croatia. Where's she at?
yeah, exactly. I think I've moved continents a couple times.
International correspondent.
Exactly. You can find me at StephanieWenger.com or at Stephanie Wenger on Twitter, keeping it simple for everybody.
Excellent. And you can find me at The Everyday Man, and you can find all of us at AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.